Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard. It's a damn fine day. Damn fine day to talk about a book. And today we're going to talk about Sunray, Alice by Jeremy Hepler. I read this book earlier in the year when I was not reviewing, when I was not doing this. I think I touched on it briefly in like a weekly wrap-up type video. But this book... I loved this book, so I am trying to slowly go back and grab those, at least the really, really great ones, and bring them here to talk about them, because we're going to talk about this book again at the end of the year. It will be considered pretty high up, considered for my top independent small press novel of the year, and this book is great. I gave this book 5 stars. Hepler is really good. This is my third read by him. I did Cricket Hunters, which was a Silver Shamrock book. I think it has been republished. I'm not exactly sure who. It might be Crossroads Press, Macabre Inc. They put this one out. This one was also a Silver Shamrock release, and it was released right around the time that Shamrock, bit the dust, and Crossroads grabbed it up and republished it. I've also read a short story from Hepler in Midnight Beyond the Stars, which was a Silver Shamrock space horror anthology. I've dug all his work, and this isn't to knock on anybody, but he's not the sort that's putting out a new book every 6 months. There seems to be a lot of time and thought and energy and skill that goes into his craft. I don't know how many books he's written. I have another one from him that I believe loosely was his first, or called The Boulevard Monster. I haven't read it yet, but I probably will eventually. But this book here is excellent. Now, I love Cricket Hunters. I gave Cricket Hunters 4 stars. This one is 5 stars. It's a ridiculously beautiful, compelling read. The prose is great. The history parts are great. Well, let me read you the synopsis, and then I'll get a little bit more into that. But again, now I read this 6 months ago, so I don't have pretty pieces of prose marked or anything to read to you. But I definitely wanted to come here and talk about it because it's a 5-star book, and that ought to be enough. I'll just go get it, read it. But approaching the end of her life, Alice Mays, notorious caretaker of the anomaly known as the Garden of Sunray, is eager to tie up one last loose end before moving on. The last loose end. For decades, she's been dreaming of finding someone to share her secret with, someone worthy of her truth. And in 20-year-old Emily Newell, she thinks she finally has. On a momentous stroll through her massive garden with her young friend, Alice delves back into the past, back to those 5 horrific, mind-bending days in the summer of 1944, when she was 16, and for the first time in over 75 years gives voice to her role in the Nazi prisoner internment camp tragedy that befell the small town of Sunray, Texas. In revealing all she witnessed, confessing all she did, she hopes to pass on a wondrous legacy, as well as validate and honor the mysterious man she knew as Carl Wagner. So we're spending the day in this Garden of Sunray, Texas. This Garden of Sunray is called, but it's this beautiful sprawling garden that seems I don't want to say supernatural, but there are things that grow there that probably shouldn't be growing in the Texas heat, and everything is beautiful and big and vibrant, and it's just this beautiful next level garden, sprawling. I mean, just huge, and again, it says it's an anomaly. So she is the caretaker of it, and she's passing it off to Emily, and she's going to tell her about the past, tell her how this garden came to be, how her role with it came to be. Now, so the story she's telling takes place in 1944, World War II. A Nazi internment camp was right on the outskirts of Sunray, and some prisoners escape. And for me, it was kind of, you get a lot I mean, probably not enough, but you get, stories about the Holocaust in your history books. You get stories about World War II and Pearl Harbor and Normandy Beach and things like that. You don't really get a ton about what happened here, the whole Japanese internment thing. But, in this case, it's a Nazi internment camp. And our one of our main characters, Carl, is he is a guy that he has some skills, let's just say, and he was forced to use those skills for the Nazis. He wasn't a Nazi soldier, he wasn't a Nazi sympathizer, but because he was with them when captured, he's in this Nazi internment camp, and he escapes along with some other more villainous type characters and runs into Alice. And Alice, spends time with him while the rest of the damn town is trying to track him down and, kill him, almost in this mob manner. Emotions are running high. People have lost family members in World War II to the Nazis, to the Japanese, to whoever, and emotions are heated. If the mob, if the local townspeople get a hold of these escapees, there will be no going back to the internment camp. I mean, things are at a fever pitch. But again, Carl is not, a Nazi. He is just a normal person, a normal person with skills. For me, it had, feelings of The Green Mile by Stephen King. I think that, anyone that reads this would kind of see that comparison, but it was just excellent. The prose is great. The pretty parts are great. The one-liners, the dialogue between Alice and Carl is beautiful. The historical parts are cool. Again, the view that we don't often get of things that were happening here in America. It's just a great book. It is Sunray, Alice. I love the title. And that's by Jeremy Hepler from Crossroads Press, Maccabi. It was a 5-star read for me. It'll probably be a 5-star read for you. Check it out. It's going to be up for my Indie Small Press Novel of the Year. And that's the main reason that I'm coming back today to talk to you about it. This has been Well Read Beard. This has been my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying all your books, all of them, as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.